What's going on, everyone? Welcome again to your Third and 10 podcast. Season 3, episode 56 is now live. I'm your host, Nathan Nguyen, joined always with my guy, Brian Germanaro. Brian, happy Thursday. Happy another game preview day. How you doing?
I'm doing better than the Giants are. That's something,
Okay,
right?
true.
I mean, that's not really saying much, but at
That's
least
true.
at least Dart's out of concussion protocol. That's all I'm
Yes,
going to say.
that is true. That's the big news coming out of the Giants is that Dart is officially back at practice for the second consecutive day, which means that he is more than on track to clear the protocol. We'll hopefully get an official announcement by the Giants maybe later today or at the very latest tomorrow in regards to that. But we have a lot to break down here, Giants and Lions. Look, it's going to be a tough matchup. It's as simple as that. This Lions team is 6-4 in the year. Obviously they have a ton of playmakers on offense. On defense, they are a pretty solid unit themselves. And just like the team we played a week ago, the Packers, this game is a get-right game for Detroit, considering they just had a stinker on Sunday night. So we'll talk
Why
about
do we get all the get-right games against the Eagles? Like the Packers, they lost to the Eagles, get-right game. The Lions get the get-right game against the Eagles. Like, thank God we're not playing the Cowboys next week. We get New England.
True. So maybe if the Patriots don't, if they lose this week, then we can call next week.
They're not losing.
I know. The Patriots are one of, if not the hottest team in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
They've been outstanding. They obviously have an MVP quarterback in Drake May, and they have the right coach at the helm in Mike Vrabel, who's done an outstanding job with the Patriots. So. But yeah, we'll deal with them when we get there. It's gonna be on prime time, so usually we don't bode well in prime time games.
No.
But I digress.
So we've won one Thursday night game since we were like 14 years old. Yeah,
yeah. It's been some time. Or it's been some time since we've been consistent during prime time games.
Mm-hmm.
I should say. But hey, let's focus on this one. Giants, Lions. Detroit is they lead the series against New York. They have a 25-21-1 record against us. And the last time we beat the Lions was back on December 18th, 2016, I should say. It was a ugly 17-6 win. This one, Eli Manning was still the quarterback for New York.
That was in Ford Field, right?
It was actually in MetLife. So
it was?
Yes, we have not beat the Lions in Ford Field, to be exact. Since I want to make sure I get my correct date here.
I'm trying to remember that game.
Let's see. It was. I'm looking. Last time we beat the Lions in Detroit was a 23-20 win back on December 22nd, 2013, my friend.
Jeez. Oh my God.
It was quite some time. Eli Manning was the quarterback.
Of course.
That one, of course. But we had Andre Brown as our leading running back, and our leading receiver that game was Jernigan, I should say. That's a name to remember, who had 6 catches for 80 yards against us. And for Detroit, their quarterback was, of course, Matthew Stafford. And they had, notable names like, Calvin Johnson, Joey Bell, guys like that. So, but yeah, we have not beat Detroit in quite some time, so it's going to be a tough one. I think believe we're either 10 or 11 point underdogs heading to Sunday's game. So it's going to be it's the odds makers have
10.5 point dogs. Jeez.
Yeah, we do not. Well, odds makers say we do not have a chance on Sunday.
I don't blame them. They're right, probably.
Yeah, hey, it's gonna be a tough game, man. This Lions team is a high-powered offense. We'll get we'll talk about that more during our keys to the game / matchups to watch segment in just a bit. But yeah, it's there's obviously been a lot of games this year where I've felt less than confident that we'll win, and this is one of those games where I'm just like this.
This feeling's gonna last the rest of the season, in my opinion, because like you look at it, like maybe you sneak one against the Raiders, but outside of that, it's a lot of like just nothing matchups.
Yeah, it's a formidable matchup. I mean, this Lions. I mean, how do I say this?
The Lions are weird good. They're decent, but you expect them to be better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially after what happened last week. And what I was trying to say was like the rest of the schedule, it's formidable. Like everyone on that we have left after the Lions game, it's it's a tough matchup. We have the Lions, we have the Patriots on Monday night in Foxborough. We come home for the Commanders and the Vikings, and the Vikings are a very questionable team themselves. Ever since McCarthy has come back, the offense has looked
Right, but their offense might look but our defense is so incompetent with Shane Bowen that that's going to be JJ McCarthy's breakout game.
Which will give Viking fans like, oh, okay, McCarthy's not that bad after all.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like that's gonna be like their sliver of hope. Like, well, he played well against the Giants.
So that means well, we have a franchise guy now. So yeah, we had that, and then we had to Vegas for a 1-game trip against the Raiders, and then we have the Cowboys at home to end the season.
Yeah, like the only wins on that schedule are it's the Vikings and it's the Raiders are the only games that they could win.
Yeah, and to me, honestly, the Raiders is the most likely of the two.
I would say the Raiders is most likely.
I would say the Commanders too, if Daniels is not back.
It depends on Daniels' health.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
But then again, at this point, we might as well just lose out.
Even then, Mariota's looked competent back there. I'm not saying he's lighting the world on fire, but he's
Yeah. Well, honestly, as all Giants fans, I think if anything, we should be rooting for this team to lose. But on this,
I want the second overall pick and trade back and just like really get a haul. 2 first round picks, another a couple of day 2 picks. Like just get a franchise altering trade in here and give this core the talent it needs and a depth it needs to win.
Yeah, whether it's it's interesting because then obviously the top two overall picks are, if the season ended today, are possessed by Tennessee and New York. Like, no one can sit here and tell me, oh, they're gonna sit at those positions and not trade back. Like, because there's no way you take a linebacker or you take a wide receiver at 1 and 2 respectively, because Tennessee they're mocked to get a linebacker, but it's like,
no, trades are coming, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be like what was it, 2016? Was that the last time the top 2 picks were traded? Because I remember the Rams traded up with, I believe, the Titans, and the Eagles traded up as well, but I forgot who they traded up with. But that was for Goff and Wentz, who they traded up for.
Yeah. It's it's because the teams, Tennessee, they don't need a quarterback. The Giants don't need a quarterback, obviously.
No.
But they do need a lot of skilled players to surround their, quarterback or, fix their defense with, depending on which team you're looking at. And you just don't take those skill positions that high. So, if Tennessee, New York remain those top 2 teams, we more than definitely will see some sort of trade back, and both teams will benefit from a trade down because of the haul they'll be getting. Especially New York, I could see us definitely getting a couple first round picks, not just for this upcoming year, but the next year, and then that will.
We're getting at least 2 first round picks if we trade back. That's without question. Whether it seemed like the Rams, if they want to not move on from Stafford, but like, let's be honest, Stafford's days are numbered. He's getting older, and they want the heir apparent to pull like an Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, that kind of situation. If you get 8 or 19, or if you trade back with the Cardinals, you get like 10 in a first next year. We're getting 2 firsts.
Yeah, and the Rams are actually in a good spot because they do have Atlanta's first round pick.
They're perfect. The Rams are, I think, the most likely team to trade up because they're quarterback hungry, but the roster's good enough that they don't need immediate help.
And if they, somehow want to gamble and get themselves a quarterback to kind of wait in the wings behind Stafford, they are more than able to trade up because they do have, like I mentioned, Atlanta's first round pick, and Atlanta is struggling. They're not going to have Penix for the rest of the year. No. So we'll see how that Atlanta's, how the offense for them goes the rest of the year.
Right now, I think you're sitting at 8 is where I believe they're at 8 right now.
Yeah. Well,
that's really tempting for you to move that because you're only moving down 6 slots. And that's perfect.
You can get yourself your receiver,
or your lineman, whoever it is. Because I think that's the 2 positions the Giants are going to hone in on. They're going to want to protect Dart or give Dart the weapons.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of our mock drafts, my friend, this offseason is going to be
it's going to be hog mollies. It's going to be guys that catch the football.
Exactly. And I think there'll probably be a few mock drafts where we won't trade down, just to.
I think I'm going to trade down in every mock draft.
I feel like most of mine will be the same thing as well. So we'll see.
Because I think that's just the smartest move for this franchise right now. We don't need to sit at 2. We don't need that. There are desperate teams that will overpay to go get one of these quarterbacks. And I know it's a weak quarterback draft, but once we go through the combine and everything, one of these guys doesn't get hyped up, someone will stand out and a team will get hungry and desperate and move up. It happens every year.
Indeed. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to see. Obviously, all the offseason stuff will come there. We'll get there when we get there, I should say, and we'll probably do some early mock drafts as well.
I've already done one. If you want to go, it's on my Twitter right now. You go look at it.
Ooh, all right. But remind me towards the end of the show. I definitely want to take a look to see what you.
Yeah, I mentioned it last show. I got the lemon, remember?
Makai Lemon, yes, the USC
Lemon,
receiver. Yeah,
yes.
I think he's dealing with Is he injured? There was one receiver that was injured in college. Right now I forgot. I'm not sure if it's Lemon or it's the other one.
I'm looking at him right now.
Nonetheless, I mean,
I don't see anything. I think he's fine. So
okay, it's probably some other receiver. I'm probably just checking. Oh yeah, let's get into the injury report. Oh, I think it's Tyson. Tyson's the one that's injured.
Oh
yeah, he's injured. So, but Lemon, I've seen a lot of good things about him on social media. Haven't scouted any of the college wide receivers as much. I mean, obviously we all know about Jeremiah Smith, who's one of the best in the nation. Unfortunately, he's a sophomore, so he won't be able to declare for the draft until next year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still pretty loaded.
Speaking of like Jeremiah Smith as receivers, Ryan Williams is like falling off the map this year, right?
I think it's hard to say you fell off the map when in reality, like, you were never on the map to begin with.
Yeah, he had a really good start to last year, tapered off, but he had all that hype because of his good start, and then it's just never going to live up to that again.
Yeah, honestly, I don't understand why he was the cover athlete. I know he's an exciting, young man when he does produce, but at the same time, like, he's rarely done so. For Alabama.
I feel like his fall off coincides very well with Kalen DeBoer's fall off, as in terms of because I feel like after that win in Georgia last year, everyone thought that DeBoer was going to take over for Saban. The dynasty continues. It's a machine, all this sort of stuff. And then Williams falls off. And then right around that time, Bama starts losing games.
Yeah. I mean, look, when you go from one of the best coaches in Nick Saban to a guy like, DeBoer, who's, he was solid in his own right when he was at Washington.
DeBoer's a fine coach, but like,
he'll never be Saban.
I think Alabama fans are getting a taste of reality that Saban was so good, you're going to lose games now.
Yeah, like, he'll never be Saban. He can try to. I think there's a game recently where he had the black hoodie and he was pumping up the team pregame, and it obviously had an effect on the team in a positive way. I mean, they won that game. I forgot what game it was that he wore the black hoodie, but at the same time, it's like this Bama team they're not that, they're no longer the dominant team anymore. There's other teams that are better than them.
They're a regular team, a good team, but they are very beatable, as Oklahoma demonstrated.
Yeah, which was a big upset indeed. I had Bama crushing Oklahoma, and I was very
I wanted to pick Oklahoma in the 6-pack, but I'm like, no, that's such a stupid pick. Don't do it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of 6-pack, and we'll talk more about. Yeah, speaking of the 6-pack, you're actually tied with Jared now, with I think 46 points. You're three games behind Matt, and let's not discuss me. I'm very much behind. So just I'm looking up at y'all. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, and we'll talk more about that when on the corner booth. So check the boys out at 6:30 Eastern time, and also on the corner booth YouTube channel if you don't watch it live. But Giants injury report. Like you mentioned earlier, Dart's back at practice. Great sign. He was a participant once again. Is on track to clear concussion protocol. It's gonna be a big boost to this Giants offense. There's no doubt about it. Obviously Winston played okay last week. Did have a lot of throws in which we were scared that was going to lead to interceptions. Honestly, his stat line should have had 4 or 5 interceptions tied to them because of how these throws were just going right to these Packers defenders. It's just that they were just dropping them. So it'd be good to have Dart back, who rarely makes any mistakes. I'm sure he doesn't throw the ball a lot, but when he does, it's to open guys, and it's not bad throws most of the time. Unfortunately, though, a couple players did not practice today, including Thomas Fidone, the tight end with the foot, Kayvon Thibodeau with the shoulder, and Cordell Flott just recently had a baby with his
Mazel tov. I think Flott will start.
He should be okay. But his opposite teammate Paulson Adipo, who has a knee injury, was on the side once again. So his status for Sunday is once again a little murky,
I think we'll be
unfortunately.
without Kayvon and Adebo again. I
Unfortunately.
don't think they're gonna play.
It seems like that's the case. And it's gonna suck. I mean, look, Thibodeau is not too big of a loss
Yeah,
because
you
then
can
again,
live without Thibodeau. I mean,
yeah,
like I'd rather him out there because it makes our defensive line better. But A, we have Carter and Burns, so like that makes up for it. And B, Bowen doesn't utilize the defensive line to its ability anyway. So
yeah. So
so who cares?
yeah, it'll be a good chance for Abdul Carr to bounce back and definitely, hopefully get him, himself his first official sack of the year. He's only had half a sack so far, for those who don't know. And after last week's debacle where he missed the walkthrough and whatnot, he's definitely put that behind him, and so has the rest of the Giants coaching staff and whatnot. They support him fully, I should say. But Darius Slayton hamstring, Demetrius Flanagan Fowles had an illness, and Rico Payton, the backup corner, had an illness as well. But all three of them participated once again and are expected to be back for Sunday's game, barring any setbacks. So for Detroit, Sam Laporta, tight end, is going to be out. He was placed on IR last week. Christian Mahogany is going to be out as well with the left guard. Kirby Joseph is more than likely out. DJ Reed, the cornerback, and Marcus Davenport on the edge is possibly out as well. Unless I'm missing something, everyone else is set to
Yeah, I think
play
everyone else
for
is ready to roll.
for the Lions. So, but my friend, keys to the game. We'll give it to you first. What are you looking forward to for this game? Do you see something? Do you see a weakness to where the Giants can attack and possibly
Well,
lead to an
I don't see a
upset
weak.
win?
There's nothing really we can attack. I think we're gonna get boat raced on Sunday. But here's where I'm looking for, and this is
Okay.
going to be a good sign of if Kafka can keep this job past being interim. Is how will Jackson Dart play? Is he going to be overly aggressive, or is Mike Kafka finally get through his head that he's got to protect himself a little bit and maybe not, throw himself out there and get himself his fifth concussion? All right. So this is big for Kafka. Is how are you going to handle Jackson Dart? Because it's all Dable did, and it clearly didn't work. Everyone's saying that Kafka's got a better mindset. The players seem to like his approach better. Maybe that rubs off more on Jackson Dart.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to actually. You made a great point because I was going to tie into that as well. I mean, look, it's great. Like having dart bats going to help extend plays and whatnot, and that that will obviously cause headaches for the Lions defense because of Dart's ability to run with the football. But like, if Kafka, is smart enough, and he's shown that so far, and is from especially what we saw from last game.
Yeah, I thought he was fine last week.
Yeah.
Like fine.
I think him focusing on the run game last week will continue this week, and it's not only gonna help Dart, but because we ran the ball like 35 plus times last Sunday,
Yeah.
and it led to a lot of success. And look, Tracy was solid, Singletary was solid as well. Like you add in Dart's ability, I'm sure the Giants won't run Dart a lot.
No.
Like, of course, he'll have his design runs and whatnot because that's going to help push move the ball down the field. But I think the Giants are they saw like, hey, we can depend on Tracy, we can depend on Singletary to run the ball. And let's be honest, Detroit's run defense, it's compared to their past defense, it is weaker. Their defensive line is actually 30th in run stop win rate, which means that like teams are able to run the football and get past that first line of defense. It's more of the second and third line, which is the linebackers and the secondary guys who are making the stops against the run. And by the time you pass the first line, it's like a 4 or 5 yard gain. So if we can average that on Sunday, it kind of gives us at least a decent chance to pull off an upset if we can run with the football.
Yeah, we're moving the football. We got breathing room. It's no longer third in the mile. It's third and manageable. That's when we can try out the screen passes or maybe a little short slant to Robinson.
And like you made the point on Tuesday, right? That was the screen game didn't work, especially with Tyrone Tracy.
Beautifully.
Yeah, it did. He had, I believe, 50 plus receiving yards and 4 catches. So if we can do that, I think we'll be just fine. And yeah, I think that what's it called? We talked about it on Tuesday as well. The Giants don't really have an identity, right? But maybe for the rest of the year, maybe running the football, a lot more than throwing the ball will help, especially with the lack of playmakers at wide receiver.
I
Look,
I think your identity has to be running the football with the lack of playmakers. Like
mhm,
Wandale is solid, but he's a solid slot receiver. He's not a game changer. There's no game changer on this offense.
yeah,
Tracy has the potential to be one. We saw flashes last year of it, and if they can use him like they did last week and have Singletary kind of turn the clock back a little bit, he'll be fine.
yeah. I will also say, what's it called? The receiving core is going to be as healthy as can be if Slayton is back, because you're going to have Hodgins, Wandale, and Slayton. But then again, like you mentioned, they're not really game changers, but they will, when called upon, will hopefully show up. Especially with Hodgins, I have all the confidence in the world, and especially what we saw last week. He is a very dependable guy. Winston targeted him a good amount of times, and I hope Dart follows suit. Because when if you give Hodgins the ball, he will make the plays for you. And you can say the same for Wandale. Slayton, but before his injury, he did show up those past couple of games, averaging about 60 or getting at least 60 receiving yards in those last 2 games before getting hurt. So we'll see how that goes, and I'm definitely looking forward to see if Hodgins will make an impact like he did last week as well. But like you mentioned, my friend, it's going to be a tough one. I mean, Detroit's offense is one of the best in the league, and Dan Campbell took over play calling duties for the Lions about a couple.
It's weird to think that Dan Campbell was a tight end. Like, he is tending more of like an
I know
he's an offensive guy. It's what he is. Like, you look at him and be like, that's a linebacker. That's defensive. Like, no, he's offense.
He's an offensive guy. And for those who don't know, he was a former Giant himself.
He's a Giants tight end, for a couple seasons.
Definitely, yes. And I don't know his exact stats, but I'm sure he was a pretty decent tight end for us when he was playing
Pro
for
Football Reference as we speak.
I appreciate that. While you do that,
okay, he had 43 in 4 seasons with New York, 43 receptions for 369 yards and 24 touchdowns. He was a Giant from 1999 to 2002.
So 24 touchdowns in 4 years, but only 300 something yards, you said?
Wait, hang on.
You're good.
5 touchdowns. I got 24 first downs. 5 touchdowns.
I was gonna say 24 touchdowns. I mean, he was like a goal line tight end.
Okay, yeah. His best season was 2002 when he had 175 receiving yards and a touchdown. But he had 3 touchdowns in 2000. So take that what you will.
It kind of seems like he was more of a blocking tight end, but then
it does seem like that.
A little bit. It does make sense. He is, Dan Campbell's a dog. So
my kneecaps off.
Kneecap, exactly. But ever since he's taken over play calling duties, we've seen the good. The good being that 44-22 win over the Commanders, where we saw, obviously Amon-Ra was solid. Goff had a great game. We saw Jameson Williams have his best game on the year, but then we saw what we did last Sunday on national TV, where they only put up 9 points against that Eagles defense, who they were getting pressure on Goff.
They're a new level. Yeah. I think I was watching a video today, and someone made a great point. He's like, I've never seen a team have a win that's more elite and dominating, but also more luck than the Eagles. Talking about how their defense was just absolutely elite, but the offense was just so incredibly bad.
Dude, they had their way.
They really did. Like that defense is a problem.
Yeah, they are. And obviously, Howie Roseman has done an incredible job being the GM of that team. I mean, that trade for Jalen Phillips was outstanding. He has caused havoc for Philadelphia, and we saw that on Sunday.
Learn from I don't want to take stuff from Philly because I hate that team, but learn from Howie Roseman, all right? Look at what he does. He's aggressive. He zigs when everyone else zags, right?
Yes.
He's not afraid to trust his gut, all right? That's what he's got to do. I feel like Joe Schoen is more of a people pleaser and just willing to go with what everyone else is saying rather than like putting his flag in the dirt. It's like, no, this is what we're going to do.
I believe they only traded a 2026 third for Phillips, and he has played.
It's a great line trade.
It was a steal. Like, hey, the Giants, go out there and be aggressive, man. Like, I hopefully Joe Schoen does. We'll see what he does in the offseason, but he no longer has a scapegoat. Like the Giants already let go.
It's on him.
It's on him if he can't figure it out.
If the Giants struggle, because let's be honest, he's going to get 2 more years if he stays on. He's going to get next year and the year after.
Yeah.
If the Giants continue to struggle, whoever that head coach is going to get fired, and Joe Schoen will be right at the door with him.
And we're back at square one over again, and
Pretty
the
much.
rebuild
Yep.
continues, my friend. So it's not going to be pretty. So hopefully we don't get to that
No, I
point.
hope
But
not. I hope we hire the right guy, and I think
yeah,
there is a right guy out there. But I hear all these rumors about freaking Mike McCarthy, and like, guys, does everyone not remember how bad he was in Dallas? Like, can we get over the fact he won a Super Bowl 20 years ago? He won one Super Bowl. He won one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. One. Didn't even come close again to one.
there we go. Yeah, I get it. Like I've said before, and I'll say it again. I would prefer a veteran coach because we've gone through quite a good amount of first time head coaches slash former coordinators and whatnot. So I'd love to see some experienced faces. But at the same time, if there's no good veteran coaches out there that you can
That's
trust, then you
that's the
have
issue. There's no Vrabel this cycle.
no
There's no
sir.
like guy that's had success recently that's in this cycle. It's a lot of guys that have failed. It's a lot of has-beens and never were's veteran coaches like
Yeah,
McCarthy, Nagy, Spags.
facts. That's a
Like
big
that's
one.
all those guys were good at one point or were never good. You know,
Hmm.
gonna bring that guy in.
Yeah. Look, man, the Giants organization, they have a lot of issues, that they have to figure out. And look, it's not just the head coaching position we have to worry about. We have to, focus on the front office. Like, are there going to be any changes there? It's most likely not going to. But if we had it our way, right, as well as if many Giants fans could have it their way as well, they would fire that son of a gun, McDonald, that's still in the front office.
Oh, I would get McDonald, and everyone's thinking he's the leak. Everyone's believing he's the leak in the Giants front office.
Well, if that's true,
Because they're like who has the most to gain out of negative press? McDonald.
McDonald, yeah. So, I want to bring a quick detour real quick. The Lakers, they recently they have a new minority owner, I believe is the correct term. His name is Mark Walter.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, Mark Walter also owns the Dodgers as well. And this morning there was news that he fired a couple of guys. And let me try to get the name of the fellas here. Joey and Jesse Buss were fired.
Yeah. That's a
So
big deal.
that's a big deal. It is. That shows. Look, and I don't know too much about those two guys.
But the last name, it's the last name.
It's the last day.
Last name.
Because like they weren't just fired for no reason. Like they were more than likely culprits in messing things up, or the back or
Incompetent.
yeah, that's the correct term. I can't even find the correct words today, so I appreciate you. So it's like when I saw that, I was thinking like just now to this, where I'm like, if the Giants owners are smart enough, well, they're not. But if we somehow had a new owner, they would kind of make these type of moves, right? To fire guys who have been incompetent, and McDonald is one of those guys. Like we've talked about before, McDonald is only here because related to Mara in some way, shape, or
He's
form. Like,
married to Mara's daughter. That's why he's here.
yeah, he's family, which is ridiculous to
How
be
old's Mara's
recently.
granddaughters? Let's see here.
Oh, Frank, who
I
cares?
might
Right?
have an idea.
There you go. Well, but yeah. Look, if we see organizations make moves like that to let incompetent guys go, even if they are family, and I think the Giants need to kind of take a page out of the Lakers book. And do so, because there's guys in the front office that shouldn't be there, but they're only there because they're either close to Mara or they're family with Mara, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So, but yeah, as you look that up, look, John Mara and Steve Tisch are going to be the owners for quite some time. There's no chance some minority owner is going to come out of nowhere. I
Well,
think
we had it. We just got one,
yeah,
and I
we
don't
just
think she's
got
done
one.
anything.
Yeah, well, no surprise there. But like it's absolutely ridiculous that there's not going to be some major change. Like, guess what? When we get a new head coach, great. We're all going to be excited and sing kumbaya, especially if it's the name that we all want. But at the same time, it's like there's still going to be so many underlying issues. Like, um, I was really happy when we saw, when Brian Dable made the announcement that we're going to go to Jackson Dart as a starting quarterback. He clearly was like, this is my decision, which kind of shows like he was really trying to distance himself away from the Joe Shane and the whole front office and the owners as a whole. Like, sure, when we saw the Giants celebrate that Thursday night when Dable gave the game ball to Mara and whatnot, but in terms of like making decisions and stuff, I have all the confidence in the world that Dable was like not running anything by the front office or whatnot,
No.
because he was just like, this is my, like, let me run this team. And sure, obviously it didn't work out, of course, but then again, who knows if he didn't make any decisions, who knows how the season would have turned out. Maybe we still would haven't seen Dart at certain quarterback. And whatnot. So, but I digress. Did you end up finding the ages for
I
American
can't
artists?
find them at
Nah, it's
all.
okay. It's not important, my friend. It's all
Oh
good.
no, it is, because if one is in her early 20s, I could date her and I could save the Giants.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you
So
were
Tim
like,
McDowell got his job.
I know you would make the right changes, my friend. I tell you.
Be like, John, sit over there. I'll fix it.
I will figure it out. Trust. But yeah,
Someone get Joe Shane on the line.
But yeah, back to Detroit. They average 29.2 points per game, which is average fourth best in the league. They average 366.9 yards per game as well, which is fifth best in the league. And their passing attack is quite a formidable unit. Of course, obviously with Goff under center, you have one of the best receivers in the league in Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has struggled a little bit recently, especially with drop passes, but he's still one of the best out there. They have Jameson Williams, who went on his game, is a pretty solid wide receiver number 2. They did lose Sam Laporta, but they didn't really lose a beat. That's because Brock Wright showed up last week as well. And they have that.
I mean, he's always been underrated. I've always liked Brock Wright.
Yeah, he's been that, blocking tight end number 2, but he's also a guy that can catch passes when you need him to. And they also have the rookie out there, Isaac Tesla, as the number 3 wideout. So when it comes to Detroit, one thing that I noticed about them that I learned about as well during my research is that their play action attack is very dangerous, and that's where Goff succeeds in that type of environment. So that's gonna be one to watch, see how that Giants defense plays against that, because they've been actually carved up against when they have to, when they do see play action. So not to say the Lions offense isn't crazy unstoppable. They do struggle.
That offensive line's pretty weak. We can take advantage of that.
They did lose a couple guys, and they're still a good unit, but they did lose a couple guys. Penei Sewell did get hurt last week. He didn't practice on Wednesday, but he's still on track to play. They don't have Mahogany anymore.
Ragro retired in the offseason, so they're trying to replace that leadership in center.
Yeah, they have Glass now, something like that. But yeah, they're 27 and they're down conversion rate. So if we can get Detroit to get to, if we can force Detroit to get to third down, will likely bode well for us. But like there's a lot of wishful thinking, and the Giants have surrendered 156 points over this 5-game losing streak, which on average is 31.2 points per game. They struggle to stop the run. We've seen that a lot, which will bode well for Detroit in terms of Gibbs or Montgomery.
It's even worse that Gibbs, I was looking at his numbers for fantasy. Gibbs has evaded 47 tackles this season.
And we have seen a lot of times where the Giants struggle to make tackles.
Exactly. I'm like, this is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game for Gibbs. Detroit recently announced as well that they want to get Montgomery a lot more involved, and why not get him involved in this?
He'll be fine too. Yeah, he'll just bulldoze his way through it.
No doubt about it. So whether it's struggling to stop the run, the play action attack, or missing tackles, we saw guys like Drew Phillips get benched for backups like Nick Jones. Like it's a very, and the defense is going to be
a mess.
Yeah, the corner, and we're going to enter Sunday once again, barring any surprise news in regards to Adebo, with Cordell Flott and Deontay Banks as the 2 cornerbacks. So whether it's going to be J-Mo or Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Jameson Williamson's going to have himself a day.
Yeah, unless Adebo's on Williams, then it's gonna be on. It doesn't matter who's gonna have a day. Like one of those guys is gonna have a day.
Whoever Banks is on, take the receiving over.
Let's get low. And then we're obviously gonna see Corey Black and Nick Jones out there. It's gonna be a mess. Honestly, I hate previewing these type of games because it's like I don't have that much confidence in them and this team. But hey, if there's one thing I do want to see, and then I'll turn it back to you because I've been talking a lot of myself, my friend. If we can control time of possession like we did against Green Bay, we'll have a fighting shot. I mean, we dominated time possession last week. It was like 35-20 something. So if we can do that, we got a shot to win, because if we can keep Detroit's offense off the field it's only going to help, increase our chances. But
Mm-hmm.
I will leave it there for myself. Is there any other matchups, my friend? Any other keys to the game that I missed
There's a
that you want to
couple more.
discuss?
It's just two matches I want to touch on.
Yeah, of course.
Dexter Lawrence with that interior, because we've seen this year that Lawrence has not exactly been, what he's been in the past. He's been fine, but like not the dominant player he once was. I think this is a perfect opportunity for a get right game, kind of, take advantage of the weaker offensive line to get through it. And I also want to see Andrew Thomas. It's a really good test for Andrew Thomas on Sunday. He's going to go up against Hutchinson. If he can keep Hutchinson at bay and not have, him blowing up our plays and, making Dart scramble all game, maybe that gives Dart time to sit in the pocket and not be overly aggressive.
Yeah. Hutchinson's a game wrecker. Simple as
Yeah.
that, man. And this Giants offensive line has been really solid all year long, and it's been great to see. And I don't care who the next head coach is, you better keep Carmen Brasillo on your staff.
Yes, he's the one guy that's got to stay.
Yes, because he's been really, really good. So, but
you just give him a blank check when the time comes around. Be like, whatever you want, stay.
Yeah. So. Alrighty. Well, other than that, I don't have much on my end. I know you don't have anything either. I think that was your final 2 points, correct, my friend? So, alrighty. Well, other than that, yeah, I don't have.
28-10 Lions. Be a long Sunday.
It's gonna be a long day. And to make matters worse, speaking of Tim McDonald, there was a guy by the name of Chris Petit. He was the former Giants director of college scouting, and he was on ESPN radio a few hours ago. He said, quote, Joe Shane is dragging them to the point of no return, adding that Shane and Tim McDonald take family vacations together.
That's why Joe Shane is still here. He's a Mara.
He's getting along with
that's
with
smart,
Tim McDonald,
smart cockroach.
There you go.
He figured out the secret. He know that Mara won't fire family, so what did he do? He made himself family. That's smart SOB. I almost respect it. That was my idea.
Do whatever it takes to keep your job, I tell you. But yeah, look, overall, Giants have to work cut out for them, and we'll see how things play out. But,
can we actually have a serious conversation? Why are we still running this team like it's 1930 mom and pop grocery store? Like, just because Maras were, doing football operations back, before the color TV was invented, doesn't mean that they're still good at it. They're not. They're not. And just because their last name is Mara doesn't mean they automatically should have a job with the New York Giants. The only Mara I respect is Frank Mara, because he's the Giants, director of communications. That's a perfect job for a Mara to have. What are those, weird, okay, sure, anyone can run communications. I'm running communications for high school right now. That's something everyone can do. Not everyone can evaluate football talent.
I got nothing for you. I really don't. God. Yeah.
And where's Steve Tisch in all this? All right, he's got to be watching this stupidity unfold. And how is he not embarrassed by what he's watching?
Well, they all say Stitch only shows up when people are getting fired. So he was there when the Giants. I'm sure when the Giants fired, or involved when the Giants fired Dable. But I don't know. He's just probably he only shows up when he wants to, or when things need to.
Come on, dude! You gotta show up now. Your dad bought the Giants for a reason.
I don't know. I'll always be unhappy with this front office and whatnot until things get figured out.
They're not going to with the morons running it. We got circus. We have a circus in our front office. The Giants are the new Knicks. Oh, geez, the Giants are the new Knicks, aren't they?
Well, unless things change, and hopefully they will.
What?
I mean, James Dolan. I mean, he was smart enough to hire some really good front office guys and a good head coach at the time with Tibbs, I should say. Yeah, Thibodeau. And obviously they have a new coach now with Mike Brown. So they're finding the right pieces. Hopefully the Giants do the same.
Yeah, I mean we lucked out with Brunson though. Knicks lucked out with Brunson.
True.
Brunson was a good player, not this good.
Yeah, well, we have our own type of Brunson guy in Dart, so we'll see.
True. Let's hope.
But yeah, full injury report was released 3 minutes ago by Dan Salamone. Following guys again did not participate in practice with Adebo, Fedone,
Done.
Flott, and Tibbs.
Done. Done.
Um,
Done. Done. Done.
Done. Yep. And limited Deontay Banks, Dart, Flanagan fouls, Golston, Nick Jones, Tyler Newbin with the neck, Nunes Roches, Rico Payton, and Darius Slayton with the hammy. And
Dart still non-contact.
it is still non-contact.
Okay.
That is correct. But welcome back, Eric Gray. Practice fully for New
Hey,
York.
good to see.
He'll be good to see. Hopefully, he's probably going to be the third running back that's going to be on the roster. So,
all right, I'll take it. This is your opportunity, man. It's your opportunity.
Yeah, damn right. Other than that, very excited for December 2nd because the trailer for Hard Knocks in season officially came out. It's going to be for those who don't know, a full division, or it's going to be full division coverage of the NFC East, which consists of the Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants, for those who don't know. So it's going to be fun to see how much we're involved in that series. Obviously, I'm sure HBO has their work cut out for them because Dable got fired. So I'm pretty sure they take a lot of.
That's a whole episode.
Yeah, any clips of Dable will probably have to be taken out. Of course,
not necessarily. That's going to be a storyline.
Well, okay. So let me get this straight. So it's going to premiere December 2nd. Is it? I thought it's only going to cover whatever is beyond December 2nd, or how? I wonder how.
If it's appearing December 2nd, it can't cover what's beyond December 2nd.
Yes, it can.
No, it has to start the week before December 2nd to cover that.
Oh. Well, there you go. I'm tripping balls. But look, regardless,
I think if anything, it starts this week. The filming will start this week.
Makes sense. All right.
Well, I guess technically Monday, because then you could do the week coming up and then the second. I think the second's 2 weeks from now, so you had like the Thanksgiving week, and then you go from there.
Okay, according to the Giants.com, this was back in May. It was
much hope we had in May.
A lot of hope, and look at us now. But this will follow some of the most storied teams and biggest names in football during the final stretch of the NFL season and into the playoffs.
All right, so it's going to start. They're probably starting about now. So there's going to be the HBO crew wasn't even there when Dable got fired, which stinks because that's the most interesting storyline this Giants team has right now.
I'm sure they'll mention it, of course, but
they'll be stupid not to.
Exactly.
It's like, other than that, it's just Dart because you don't even have the fun Dart. You had the Dart post concussion.
Yeah. And we're probably not gonna see Scatterboo. We're just gonna suck even more.
I think Scatterboo was losing his mind.
I know. It would make the show so much entertaining.
Have you seen his streams? I really think I think we're watching a man slowly go crazy.
He's fun to watch.
He's incredible to watch, but man, is he like losing it.
He's goofy, man. I tell you. Alrighty, my friend. Let's get to our best bets for week 12. So I did the updated standings. We were both 5-3. Unfortunately, you did not get the Chargers -3.5 over Jags correct. The Jags would be, they obviously crushed the Chargers. And Bucks +5.5 over the Bills for you was incorrect as well, as we saw Buffalo.
Bad week last week. We rebound.
Yeah, for me, I did not go on. I went 3-1. I did get the Lions and Eagles over 46.5 wrong. Ouch. But it's okay. We're both 5-3. It's a new week. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And we'll see how we do this week. So
feeling
good. All right, best bets. We all know the drill. One favorite, one upset, one over under, and one survivor pick. So we'll start with you, my friend. What you got?
The Patriots -6.5 over Cincinnati. So
all right, Patriots -6. Hey, what's it called? For
Ja'Marr Chase is suspended, so Gonzo's going to be up on T. Higgins. So that passing game is going to be just non-existent, and the Bengals' run defense is like the worst in the league, and few teams run the ball more than the Patriots do.
I agree. I'm gonna go Seahawks -13.5 over Tennessee. I think this is a great bounce back game for Sam Darnold. I know he had 4 interceptions and they unfortunately lost last week to the Rams. But this Tennessee Titans team is really bad. And look, I surprisingly got their upset pick correct that they covered the spread of 6.5. But I don't think it's gonna be close at all. I think Jackson Smith-Njigba was going to have a day against that awful, and I mean awful, Titans secondary. So give me them as my favorites. But upsets we go, my friend. What you got?
This is tough because there's a lot of bad matchups this week. But you know what? Give me the Cardinals over the Jacksonville Jaguars plus 2.5. I think Brissett's got something in him.
Okay, you said over the Jaguars, correct?
Yes, over the Jaguars. Going back to the well there.
I love that. Give me the Jets plus 13.5.
I looked at that. That was one I was looking at.
Yeah, that spread it a little too much. I know the Jets team is not that great, but Baltimore's not that crazy either.
And Tyrod's in a quarterback this week. So that changes things. They can actually throw the football now.
I think they control the game. The Jets do limit Lamar's time on the field along with the rest of that offense. And I think the Jets somehow either pull it off or they at least cover the spread for me. So give me that one as my upset. Over-unders, my friend.
Give me Packers Vikings over 41.5. That's a low number. I think the Packers offense is deep enough to get some points on the board, and I think McCarthy's got too many weapons not to get at least like 17 points.
Okay. Look, they struggled last week against the Broncos, but I think the Chiefs bounced back as well. They will be hosting the Indianapolis Colts. It's gonna be a big game. I'm not sure if it's gonna be one that I'm not sure if it's the game of the week. Regardless, though, I have the
no. The game of the week is Sunday night, I believe.
Oh, I was talking about how like Fox has their national.
Gotcha.
My apologies. But whatever network it's on, I think it's the game of the week, or hopefully it is. Regardless, though, I got Colts Chiefs going over 50.5. I think the Chiefs are going to bounce back. The Colts offense is really good with Jonathan Taylor. I forgot how good the Chiefs defense is against the run, but I think Taylor will still have a day against them. And I think that's going to be a high scoring game. So give me the over on that. Survivor pick. Last week you chose the Patriots and the Ravens. What do you have for this one, my friend?
Who did I pick the week before?
You chose if you don't mind, just give me a second.
No, you're good. Because I know who it is. I just want to make sure I didn't pick them already.
Who did you choose? I don't know. Why can't I find it? Oh, crap. This is terrible. I swear. Hold on. All right. I have the Virgin history. This is perfect. Hold on. You chose. Did you choose? Why can't I find it? We chose the Patriots and Ravens last time.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I remember. It's 2 weeks ago. Because I don't think I picked this team, but I just want to make sure I didn't.
You're fine. You didn't. You're good.
All right, Buccaneers. Buccaneers over.
You definitely not choose the Bucs.
Yeah,
sure.
Buccaneers over the Rams. Matt Stafford's 2-10 on Sunday Night Football in his career. Has not won Sunday Night Football since 2021.
Okay, I like that. Give me. This is tough. Yeah, give me Detroit. Yeah, I think that's easy.
That's a safe one.
Yeah, safe. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm just trying to win for myself. I'm trying to win. So those are our picks. We're both 5-3. We'll see how we do after this weekend, and we'll go from there. But before we wrap up, let's go around the league real quick to cover some headlines that we may have missed. Joe Mixon is not expected to play for the rest of the season, unfortunately.
Brutal.
It is brutal.
They actually just waived Dameon Pierce too.
Ooh, so they're just gonna roll with Woody Marks and Nick Chubb.
I was gonna say they're just gonna run two running backs out there.
Oh boy, I tell you. Let's see. Packers Bears flexed from noon. Week 14. What the hell? What? Week 4. Hold on a minute. I think they're doing Central Time or whatever that bull crap is.
Yeah, that sounds like noon is the 1:00 slate for Chicago.
Okay, so it was moved to the afternoon slate.
I like that.
Bears. Okay, not bad.
It should be a competitive game. I think we were talking about this on Fantasy Live the other night. It's two teams like the Bears have a real good shot in this division still.
They do. So the NFC North is Definitely not gone the way we expected. We thought Detroit was going to run away with it,
Mm-hmm.
but teams like Packers are still in it as well. Chicago's been on a tear.
Yeah.
Minnesota,
Like it's really
yeah.
it could be 3 teams from the North this year in the playoffs, and that's
Mm-hmm.
not a crazy thing to say.
Not bad, man. Chicago, man, they're one of the more surprised teams, and it's fun to see for sure.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of other things going on around the world, sports wise, baseball. Hey, NBC announced a 3-year media rights deal that will bring Sunday Night Baseball back to the network starting in 2026.
Love it, love it.
Yes,
Sunday NBC is gonna be the place to go because they're gonna have. I wish I could pull it up on Twitter. It's like they're gonna have the Super Bowl and all the Olympic coverage, then basketball, then it goes right into baseball, and then right into football.
I know. I feel like I know what you're talking about. I wish I could have it too.
Yeah,
Or
like it's great. NBC is slow after only having for a while just Notre Dame football and hockey in the Olympics. They have reestablished themselves as like one of the leaders in sports coverage. They brought back NBCSN. Like that's crazy.
There we go. That's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
But like you mentioned, man, like not only there's football on there, but they have basketball now, and their basketball coverage is really outstanding.
Oh, it's the best. It's so much. It's miles better than ESPN.
Yeah. And
By the way,
ESPN
you see Stephen A. Smith throw a temper tantrum today about Drake May?
Oh God, I did not do that. I thought I talking about he was taking off the NBA countdown.
That was music to my ears as well. But no, this morning Drake May is a liar. First Take is the #1 morning show. Don't tell me you an athlete and you don't know that. Don't tell me you an athlete and you don't know that. Cam Newton is on this show. You lying. Stephen A. Smith talking about Drake May, dude. Drake May's 23 years old. He might be so busy because at 10 o'clock, that's where teams are practicing, and doing game film and stuff like that, that maybe he doesn't know what your show is, all right? Stephen A., I know you like to think you're the center of the sports world. You're not. You're not. And a lot of people hate you.
That is true. All he does is yell. I'm sorry.
He says nothing of substance at all. He just yells. His whole thing is, what can I say to get people mad that I can get more clicks? That's it.
Simple as that. He does a lot of stuff, but I think...
the double down on the solitary thing, but not only to say the sponsor with one of the shadiest solitary apps possible and basically force the rest of ESPN to do it is pathetic.
Yeah, I think the ESPN has already been like, all right, Stephen A., let's not advertise them anymore. I think they've obviously...
shout out Mila Khan. She came out and was like, yeah, that's on me. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Hey, shout out to me.
I respect it. She owned it.
Knows ball.
She owned it. She owned her mistake. Respect.
Yeah, she knows ball. I'll tell you that much.
I don't care if you make a mistake as long as you sit there and own it.
Something Shane Bell won't ever do. All right. But to elaborate more on the NBC baseball coverage, first time since 2000 that's going to be
these are the World Series back in the day.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Sunday Night Baseball and all wildcard games will be exclusively on NBC, NBCSN, like you mentioned, my friend, and Peacock. MLB Sunday leadoff will be on Peacock and NBCSN as well. The 2026 All-Star Week coverage will be on NBC, NBCSN, and Peacock as well, including the MLB Draft and the Futures Game. And finally, special event games like primetime matchups on Opening Day and Labor Day will also be on NBC. So, shout out to that network, man. And
I love NBC. I really do. They make great shows, everything.
They do. It all begins March 26th at in LA when the Dodgers will raise their 2025 championship banner against the Diamondbacks.
And Netflix got a game too. They're going to do Yankees Giants, I believe.
That's correct. They will have the first. I forgot what it was.
Did they get the home run derby?
Yes, they do. They do.
I was going to say, I remember them talking about it like back when discussions first started, but I didn't know if they were like cemented it or not.
Yes, I'm getting the official. Yes, Netflix will now air the T-Mobile Home Run Derby, an opening night exclusive between I believe the SF Giants and whatever the other team is that they play. The Yanks. Thank you for clarifying, my friend. And special event games, including the 2026 at Field of Dreams game.
Oh, they got the Field of Dreams game. Okay, I like that.
And the World Baseball Classic in Japan.
Netflix got the World Baseball Classic.
They did. Yes, sir.
Wow.
And then ESPN will receive a national midweek game package.
Yeah,
Throughout the
it sounds like
season.
they got MLB TV is what they got.
Yes, they did acquire the rights to wait. No, they also acquired the rights to sell MLB TV.
Now, is that going to be included as part of ESPN Plus, or is that an add-on with ESPN Plus?
Oh boy, great question. And if it is, well,
because if it's a part of it, like if you get ESPN Plus, you get MLB TV along with it. That's genius because I love how they did it with hockey. You can watch any hockey game at night on ESPN Plus. That's we make fun of ESPN all the time for like their programming and stuff. Their sports coverage is top notch. Like the fact that you could go on ESPN Plus and watch any college game from around the country, pretty much any hockey game from around the country, a lot of good NBA games. Shout out. That's what fans want. They want easy access to games. And if you're telling me that I could buy ESPN Plus for however much it is, and I'm going to have almost every MLB game I want, almost any NHL game I want, Monday Night Football, any college game I can think of, that's a pretty good deal for me.
Hell yeah. Well, I do have the answer to your question, actually.
Okay.
This was from the MLB official site themselves. Quote, fans will be able to purchase MLB TV through ESPN to watch their favorite teams outside their home territory. During the term of the agreement, ESPN will be able to offer fans in-market games for the select MLB teams whose games are being produced and distributed by the league through the ESPN app. Fans will have the ability to purchase these subscriptions either independently as part of the bundle with MLB.TV or as part of a package with the ESPN app.
Okay, that's not bad. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
It kind of sounds like how like you can buy like Hulu Live, but you can also get like a package with Red Zone.
Yes. That is a great way of putting it. Which will be good because I honestly I'm gonna be what's it called? I know as I said before, I grew up a Phillies fan. I'll always have a
yeah. But this is perfect for you because now it's like just perfect access.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I was speaking with my best friend Josh the other day. I'm like, dude, I low-key hate Philly. Because honestly, after what happened, when we beat Philly the first time, it was very satisfying. And then when we lost to them the second time, I was just like, what am I doing? Right? And I'm like,
I've been wondering that question for years. Why you?
And I'm like, what have the Phillies done for me since 08? Like, what have they done for me?
I mean, they won a pennant in 09.
Okay, big whoop. But they won the World Series? No.
They won a pennant in 2022. They won 2 pennants.
Then they made the World Series.
That's nothing to sneeze at. They won 2 pennants. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like, what am I doing?
There are Rockies fans screaming at you right now.
I know, but it's like, what am I doing? Being a New York Giants fan, and then like being a Phillies fan, like, it doesn't make sense. So like, I'm not saying I'll pick a favorite. Honestly, I don't have a favorite MLB team. Like, sure, if I have to choose one, I'll probably just say the A's because they're local before they head to Vegas. I don't know. I might just enjoy the sport just for fun because like I went to a Dodgers game and that's fun, but I can't say I'm a Dodgers fan because then I'd be like, oh my God, they just won the World Series. You're a bandwagon. Like I can't do
They just won the last 2 World Series and
last 2.
And had the greatest player on the planet on their team.
Yeah. And like I can't be like
off the MLB to give the MVP to the same 2 people back-to-back years.
I know.
Come on, guys.
Should have been a rally for the AL. NL I can't think of honestly.
It probably had to be Ohtani, but like Schwarber and Judge, Schwarber and Soto make great cases.
Especially that last one.
Soto next year, mark it down. Get your odds in. Also, Connor Bedard, if you want a good bet, Connor Bedard for Hart Trophy. Bet it now.
Ooh, okay.
Plus 2,200. The Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are in the first or second wild card spot in the West. If they make the playoffs, it's going to be because Bedard, and Bedard will win the Hart.
Okay.
Get it on it right now.
Go Sharks.
I'm doing it right on the show. I'm going to do it right now.
Go San Jose Sharks. That's all I know for hockey.
You got Marcus Alabrini. He's really good.
There you go. Yes. Oh, we didn't talk about Fox real quick. Fox will continue to be the home of the All-Star game itself and regular season games, as well as the World Series, League Championship Series.
They'll have all 7 World Series games. It's not going to be that stupid thing you talked about where like NBC will have one, then maybe Fox will have one. Okay.
Nope, no sir. And Apple TV, Apple TV will still have their Friday Night Baseball doubleheaders. And TBS will have
I actually don't hate those anymore because Wayne Randazzo does the games. Wayne Randazzo was the Mets broadcaster for years on the radio. So, like, I'm used to his voice. I like him as a broadcaster.
Apple TV is solid, man. I like Apple TV.
Apple TV has come a long way from where they once were.
Yeah, I don't know how like how the numbers are created, but the whole like the probability that shows up at the bottom right corner, I do mess with that. I do.
That is so fake.
I know, but it's like it is kind of funny how they created.
Wow, I can bet the AHL here. Jeez, I didn't know I could do that now.
Actually, I just saw the Stephen A. thing you're talking about. There was a tweet by Jeff Schwartz, who is a former NFL offensive lineman for 8 years, saying, "quote LOL, yeah, man, we're out here just watching morning talk shows during the week at work." So
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I'm matching your point there, and yeah. Other than that,
the odds for Darwin down plus 1,700, so get on it.
Pick it before it's too late. And then yeah, other than that, that's all I have.
Let's go, Bedard.
There you go. Bengals.
Tell you, when I get picks, I ride with you. So, I got as much skin in the game as you guys do. If you ride with me,
I love it. Before we go, we have to what's it called? Oh yeah, you said that you said you were able to bet on the IFL or the AFL?
The AHL, the American Hockey League. It's the AAA of the NHL.
Ah, gotcha.
I worked in the AHL last year. That's why I found it interesting.
I gotcha. Alrighty, you said you had a mock draft. I'm trying.
Oh yeah, you want to do it? Yeah. Yeah, you gotta scroll through it.
Oh, it's like here we go.
I tweet a lot.
Hate they have to do this before Thanksgiving. I love it. I'll share my screen. Actually, might as well do so.
Yeah, you can look at it. Yeah, you can display.
Exactly. All right. For those watching on Spotify or on YouTube, it's right in front of you. For this on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast, we'll just say it out for you. Spencer Fano, you have.
Well, first we're traded back from 2 to we got the 8th overall pick, the 29th overall pick, and a 2nd and 3rd next year.
Damn, that's a haul. I like it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want the 2nd overall pick, because that's a franchise-changing trade.
Okay, let's see. Spencer Fano goes 8, so that means either Lunar is not back, or we'll see. Buckeye Lemon at 29, love that. Colton Hood, I ain't gonna lie, I never heard of any other guys outside from 34 down. Never heard any of those guys.
Not a lot of people do, but I'm just going off position. We need secondary help. We need probably a good corner. So, all right, Tennessee corner, good. We probably need another linebacker to place with, we need a solid depth linebacker with McFadden and Okereke. That's not Molassu, who I love, but he's a special teams guy. So spend a 3rd round pick, go get Golly from Cincinnati, a safety. We need someone back there with Newbin, Smith from Arizona State. And then we get some just depth pieces to fill out the roster, an edge guy, a defensive lineman, an interior lineman, just to fill out the depth on the team.
For sure. I mean, look, honestly, I was looking at Galladay. I don't know too much about him. But I will say there's a need for linebacker. We need I've seen this a lot, the term true linebacker that the Giants need. And I love Okereke. McFadden's great too, but it's at the same time, I'm just I don't mind if we moved on from one or the other. So, and a name, Leo Chenal, is a name that's been popping up a lot on my social media feed. That the Giants paid the bucks to. I would not mind at all, because he's a really good linebacker for the Chiefs. So, but I love the mock draft. We'll probably do one maybe in early December.
Maybe we'll do it the bye week.
Oh, that is a good idea. Oh,
maybe that'll be the Thursday show during the bye week. We do that.
That's a good idea,
because we were trying to figure out what to do that week anyway. So maybe we'll do that, and then we can do that with best bets.
I love that. That's a fantastic idea. All righty then. As I'm losing my voice slowly. All right, but that will do it for the 3rd and 10 podcast, season 3, episode 56. It was a fun one. We got the Giants Lions coverage pretty quickly. We got through our best bets, of course, and then we just kind of went around the league, around the sports world, looking at different headlines and whatnot. But yeah, we'll leave it at there. Well, y'all know the drill. You can follow us on social media. You can follow me at Nathan_New124. You can follow Brian at BrianPeachy1016. You can follow the podcast page at 3rd and 10 Pod on Instagram and the Twitter. And you can find our TikTok page at 3rd and 10 Podcast. We appreciate y'all. We hope you guys have a great weekend of college football and the NFL as well. We'll see you guys.
Not a great slate this weekend in college football. Not a great slate.
Just boring. Just
There's a couple. I mean, there's a couple interesting matchups like Oregon, USC will be fun. Oklahoma,
Ooh.
Missouri will be fun. Outside of that, it's a lot of duds.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Get through this Saturday. On to Sunday we go with the NFL games and whatnot, and we'll be back on Tuesday to discuss Giants Lions. Most likely another loss, but you never know. And all the other
Any
Week
given
12
Sunday,
games.
I guess.
Any given Sunday, my friend, I tell you. But for Brian, I'm Nate. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. We appreciate y'all support, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.